Okay, so I'm going to tie up a size 16 iron blue done dry fly this afternoon. I've got an FTB fly tying boutique size 16 dry fly hook and device here. I'm going to use nano silk as my tying thread. Just cover the hook shank most of the way down with nano silk. For the tails, just going to use a few cocktail fibres. 4 or 5 fibres here. My tail length I want to be approximately the length of the body. Trade grips. Take them down to just short of the bend. And then just splay them with my finger. And the tangs and thread underneath. That'll just give them a more of a splayed attitude at the back there. Cut off the excess. For the body, I'm going to use a stripped peacock herl. This is actually one that I stripped a whole eye that I've stripped with using bleach, just a weak bleach solution. If I'm wanting small quantities, I tend to do it with hair removal cream. So I'm just going to tie that in down at the bend. Keep the black stripe towards the bend of the hook. My preferred way is just to use my fingers here rather than actually using hackle pliers. Across the thread. Okay, and what really does, first of all, strengthen these and also makes them alive is just to coat them in a little bit of varnish or super glue. Increases the contrast on the stripes quite dramatically. Okay, so for my wing, I'm just going to use some grey siliconized polypropylene yarn. For our iron blues, this actually matches the wing colour quite nicely. Just hold it in place, take one wrap around to trade grips, and then take my tying thread just behind the wing itself. And for the thorax, I'm just going to use a piece of 1mm thick foam, close cell foam. I'm going to tie that in by taking a couple of horizontal wraps just above the hook shank. And the second wrap, I'm leaving the tying thread right at the back of the body itself. So I'm now going to make a dubbing loop. Right there. I'm going to make sure it's tied in just on the top of the hook shank, just behind the wing and the body there. For the wing itself, I'm just going to use a very small amount of black horseshoe hair. Foot. And a very, very, very sparse hackle here. Let's put my dubbing whirl in first. Feed the fibres into the dubbing loop. Pinch the loop hole closed and spin the whirl. And just feed the spin up to the good, up to the fibres. and then just take a horizontal wrap around, just feeding the fibres sort of upwards, so I've got a really sparse hackle there, made out of horseshoe rabbit fibres, horseshoe hair fibres. Good, couple of twists around the dubbing loop thread. Tie it off really well, just behind the eye there. Cut that loop off. Make a tiny head in there. Really substantial. And that's at the eye. And cut the foam off and cut it down at the base of the wing, but without taking any fibres off the hackle itself. This foam is a little bit light, so I'll just darken it with a little bit of brown marker pen. And there we've got one very, very sparsely hackled iron blue done with a nice blue wing. What I might do here is just to shape them in a little bit, maybe just slightly tall down. Our iron blues on our Derbyshire waters, the wing tends to be the wing height tends to be longer than the body considerably. There we go.